Alright, let's organize a little bit on our feature tree. The stationary arm can move up a couple. So this is going to be the order of our bill of materials. We'll have the wheel bracket, and then the support arms, the pivot shaft, the wheel support, and actually either the wheel support should be first or last, not exactly sure. And our bearings and bushings will still have to make a decision on the finished length of those. Let's go ahead and make our exploded view. And don't really want these to move unexpectedly for the drawing. So let's go ahead and we'll place them. We can always come back. They'll be the last couple mates in the list. So if I go parallel, and they move, but now they don't rotate. And maybe we'll just flush them with the inside of the bearing. So alright, so that still can do that. We don't really have a movement. If the bearing was going to be tight to the support arm, then we really wouldn't want those radiuses there anyway. So we just come up with a number, and we'll work from there. So I can put in a distance, and pretty close to the end. Let's see what 7 inches looks like. Okay, so that gives me something that is at least mostly designed. The wheel support can rotate, which doesn't really hurt anything. The bearings, those are able to rotate, which doesn't hurt anything. So those are my minus signs, and we can resolve those later. So let's go into our exploded view, and I'll bring this out first. And I'm just going to do these individually rather than picking up the auto spacing. Probably wanted that one to go the other way. So let's delete it out of the mix. Go ahead and hit the OK. Oh, that got me out of it. I was looking for the right button to accept the step. Alright, so I just need to delete that out of the group. Alright, and then the next step, well, let's go ahead and turn the auto space on for this one. And we'll pick up the washer and the nut and bring those out. Well, that's probably too far. So let's go with the about 6 inches. That only brought it back far, so 8 inches, and then we'll close up the spacing gap. Okay, thought that would be a little closer. And we need to hit the done. And then I can group up that one. The auto space is still on, so let's turn that off. We'll give it a couple of inches, and separation, make sure to hit done. These are going to come out to the side, and the auto space is still there, so let's go ahead and bring that out. Keep adding that second one to the group. Let's go done. And done. And we'll pick the next one. Alright, so nope, I still hit that before the OK or the done. Okay. And then we'll bring both of the bolts out. And done. It didn't quite give me that one, so let's make sure those pick. I'm going to go ahead and grab the hex nuts. And pull those out as a group. And don't see the done, so let's expand or scroll that down. We'll grab these guys. And missed one there, but since I haven't clicked done yet, I can add that to the list. So it does work both ways. Alright, so let's see, these are going to down a little bit. Go back to the isometric view, see how visible those are going to be. And done. And trying to see, just move that a little bit. And right click that time since I remembered. And we'll move that out a little bit farther and right click. Alright, so we have a lot of components going on, but if you want to add a few of the jog lines, exploded line sketch, then we'll pick up, I'll turn off the along X, Y, and Z, and we'll see if we can go from point. It doesn't look like it's picking that one up. And to point. And that's an interesting result. Not quite what I had in mind. Let's see if we can go cylinder to cylinder to cylinder. Alright, there again it picked up a really large jog that I'm not sure why, but let's go ahead and reverse that. Alright, so that arrow took some of that out. That looks a little bit better. And so we can add those into the mix if you want to get a little more into the detail. Alright, so it added the tool over here to the side. And so if I come over to the toolbars and we find that exploded line sketch, we can turn that back off. And that'll just come up whenever we're in the exploded view and the 3D explode. Alright, so one quick check and make sure to save. And then we'll be ready to go over into the drawing. One more check. So we have all of the hardware that's going to show up as our in our bill of materials. One thing that is a little more difficult is the hex bolts, the machine screws. Most vendors aren't going to read these. They're going to need a little bit more on the description than deciphering the H bolt, the machine screw, hex nut, flat washer. Even though the names are fairly descriptive, you know, don't count on being able to place the order for hardware just on that list out of the bill of materials. Alright, so I think I got everything. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here, and we'll pick up with the drawing.